Greetings one and all, and welcome back to Zayfard Plays Galactic Civilizations 3. So, today we're going to be continuing to expand our empire and, well, improving our star bases. I mean, this new patch has made that really easy. And I do seem to be profiting from that significantly, actually. At the moment, we've got 3 colony vessels over to get myself Zork 1, which is a wonderful precursor world, Zork 3, which is a lovely Class 11 world, and the not-so-great Class 11 Provincial 1, which is frozen, which is going to affect my production. But, could be worse, it's definitely worth getting. So, let's continue. At the end of last episode, we did complete the research on defences. Naval officers are notoriously squishy, and otherwise difficult to protect in a ship that operates in a hard vacuum. But we've got to try, otherwise the squishy officers will stop getting into the ships. Very true. Now, so I have to specialise in one route. I'm not going to do that yet. However, I think I am going to spend time on kinetic weapons so I can get slightly better. Well, I'm going to do kinetic weapons this time. I've decided I'm going to try them. I'm just going to focus on them and see what happens. Okay, so these ships are moving closer. Iconian shipyard is idle. Let's see the tides. They've now got some shields and some defences, so that is worth getting. But I'm going to hold fire, actually. At this point, while they're useful, they're not essential. I think, actually, I'm going to get another colonizer to go out, and I will take Zorak 2. It's not going to be the best world in my empire, but it's worth having. Antimatter. Speaking of things worth having, antimatter would be one of them. So let's go grab some more antimatter. Oh, and we have a Leaf Mark III. Excellent. Where is this Leaf Mark III? Okay. So, Leaf Mark III, you can go explore over here for me, please. Creator, okay, that's ready, but I've forgotten what, that was what I was going to do with it. Get from one episode to the next. Military ring. Actually, that's a pretty nice design. So obviously I'm going to want to fully max out the weapons and the scanners. So it's going to take a little while, but it'll be worth it when it does. Okay, so this colony ship is ready, so we'll send it to the not-so-great Zorak 3. And we'll let the convoy go, start to get the, colonies in place. So let's just see where I stand. Second highest population. Military is still third highest. We're still officially ripe for conquest. The Snathi really don't like us. Yeah, that's not going to go well. Oh wow! The Iridium Corporation would like to mark our friendship with a gift of knowledge of institutional research. Thank you so much, my friends. That's a lot of income. 91 billion galactic credits a turn. I'm going to start buying things. Okay, so Drabby. What was I going to... Oh yes, I was going to put... What was I going to put next to it? I think it was an entertainment centre, wasn't it? Yeah, to get that approval up. Let's do this. Get some decent approval over here. Mega factories in place, so I could definitely do better factories and definitely better research across the galaxy. Okay, I know that they're the pirates. Excellent. Oh, a minor race has contacted us. We are delighted to meet those who travel the stars. We have long stared into space, but we are new at exploring it. Well, greetings, High Arditodactyl? Oh, I have no idea how you pronounce that one. Ah. Okay, so they're over by this world. Right, we need to get them into our influence sphere. Iconis is done, so we'll get another creator. Where's the idle ship? Aha! The next Tide Mark 1. Excellent, ready to do some more defense. So, I think possibly a starbase over here to get them into our influence would be useful. Victory uncertain. Let's take the risk. How do we do? Okay, victory uncertain seems to mean you are going to die. I will remember this. Kinetic weapons. There's just something nice and honest about a projectile, isn't there? And thanks to a little help from teams of massive electromagnets, we've now got some extremely fast projectiles to work with. Brilliant. Now, kinetic optimization, I think in this time I'm going to go for range. So we can just shoot further, because kinetic is a very short range attack, which is normally why I avoid them, to be honest. Although apparently I can only get prototypes at the moment, which is less than ideal. Maybe it's next turn I can get better ones. Okay, another creator then, just for the time being. So this creator's ready. You know what? Go over there and say hi. Give them a nice defense platform so they feel safe and protected by us and our wonderful nature. Okay, how's that diplomacy going? They're friendly with us. Very good. Okay, so you found everything you're going to. Oh no, check over here. I was thinking useful there. Okay, where's this creator? Ah, we're here. Excellent. We want the antimatter, so the mining ring, and obviously the defences. And actually, let's get railgun racks. In fact, railgun racks and science labs everywhere we can. You have a mining ring, so let's get mining barracks and railgun racks. Basically, we want to keep ourselves as defended as we can. So there's going to be an awful lot of building going on suddenly. Lots of railguns, lots of science. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh well, that's fine. Starbase labs on the way. And yep, railgun for you. We want as much defense as we possibly can. Excellent, so that's all been queued up. I love that feature. Oh, your survey ship is caught in an unknown field and sucked through a hole in space itself. The crew may be annoyed at the unplanned detour, but the fact that they are somehow unharmed after travelling such a vast distance in the blink of an eye should keep morale at an acceptable level. Wow, you really did go a long way. Okay, so this creator's ready. Promethium and Adrantium. Let's go to the other side. But yeah, we'll go grab that. If nothing else, it'll be something to trade with. And we've got Zorak 1. Fantastic. Oh, and a major civilization. Our texts speak of your services to the precursors and of your exile. Your devotion was admirable, but it was to the wrong source. Greetings. Something I has no chance of pronouncing. Study the precursor satellites. The former precursor inhabitants of this planet left a large array of very powerful satellites in orbit, which of course should be ours, for we were their chosen race. We have been able to make use of them to extend both the sensor range of the planet and of the ships that are built here. Our researchers would like to capture one of these satellites for study, and have assured us that it will not have any damaging effect on the array. So, benevolent. Excellent. Have our researchers focus on using the satellite to increase our sensor range even further. That gives us +2 sensor range to all ships and colonies. Or, have our researchers find out what the secret to their power source are, so we can use it in our own systems. So that gives us +5 planetary production, which will only help this planet, which I'm not convinced on. Or, this is a golden opportunity. Make sure our researchers focus on focus what they find into making our weapon systems more accurate. And accuracy to all weapon types on all our ships. That's useful, actually. Both benevolent and malevolent here are actually really good for me. Do I want extra sensor range or do I want extra accuracy? Well, kinetic is normally pretty accurate, so I think I'm going to go for have our researchers focus on using the satellites to increase our sensor range. Okay, so this is approval, so I'll definitely put some approval stuff here. Wealth over here, so that's really good. But population as well. Okay, first things first. Basic factories. Get some good manufacturing going on here. In fact, let's really focus this as a manufacturing world. Next. Get some farms. From here, I think also a consulate would be useful. So get a consulate there. I'm definitely going to need some good research now. That's fine. And then could get research there as well, actually. Or possibly I could go marketing. And then next to it, port of call. I like the sound of that, actually. Let's rush by the soil upgrade, so next turn I can put more production in there. Fantastic. Excellent, this is almost in range already. I need to increase that by 1 to do any useful with Zorak 2. That reminds me. Don't ask me why that reminds me of this. A shipyard. We'll definitely want a shipyard. And then a basic factory. You know what, I'll rush by the solar power plant to get some real manufacturing going here. Yep, that's a shame, but you know what? We'll just have to live with it. Now, I'm going to want an economic ring. So production, science, recreation, money, more production, more happiness, then all the defences. Take quite a while to get that all done, but it is going to be worth it. Okay, Durabi is done. Its population is maxed out. Well, there's not a lot I can do about that. You are maxed out on pop. So let's give you a let's do military subsidies. Let's get production on that star base to be faster. So that shipyard to be faster. And we have Zorak 3. Excellent! In the last year, this planet has become much more tectonically active, with regular earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. On the plus side, this brings a lot of valuable minerals up to the surface, where it will be easier to extract. On the downside, a lot of people are being killed by lava. Your engineers think they can stabilize the crust to stop the earthquakes, but the decision on whether to implement it hasn't been made yet. What are your orders? So, well, we can't do anything which would affect the safety of our people. Stabilize the crust, get this place back to normal, which will cost me 100 credits. Well, fine. And give me plus 10 benevolence, which is pretty good. Which could be really useful for what we're doing. Or, don't stabilize anything. Begin moving people to the more secure structures. Once that's done, begin ramping up mining efforts. That gives me some pragmatic, but reduces my population growth by 25%, which I really don't want to do. It will give me a nice economy and manufacturing boost, but I don't really want to do that. Or, why even ask? Buildings can be rebuilt, people can be bred. This colony is now a mining camp, and everyone can just deal with it. At minus 50% of my population growth, that's just a no. Now, we're spending 100 credits, getting benevolence, and no disadvantage. So, influence over here, and wealth. So, if we put, so influence and wealth there. We'll do some manufacturing down here. Get a nice little manufacturing cluster here with a solar power plant. We'll get a consulate over here. Then it's a wealth bonus, so we'll get Nice financial sector. Now what do we have here? Bonus to wealth. Soil enhancement, so I can do a nice bit of farming over here. Okay, excellent. Xeno farm here and here. Then we'll have either another Xeno farm or possibly a colonial hospital in the middle. Excellent, and the boost we're going to get from the starbase should definitely help with everything else we need. Okay. Excellent. As for you, keep searching solar systems for me, please. Okay, what have we got here? Ah, the first tide. Excellent. And these are now down to 8 for a turn. Excellent, but I'll get the gun rack coming in next, because that could be really useful. See, that's the point. Can I start building kinetic ships that aren't prototypes? No, I can't. Okay, maybe I'll need a size up to do that. Our trade continues to strengthen our relationship? I think so too. Fine Syndicate. Largely indifferent to us. The Snathi, they hate us. The Iridium Corporation. They are close to us. And still growing. We've got a good relationship there. Our trade is definitely helping. Wow, yeah, 13 billion galactic credits each turn between us. That's a lot of trade. And it's only going to get better. Excellent. So, go ahead and make a star base over here. Again, mining place. Let's get the barracks. All the defences in place. And more Promethean and more Durantium. At some point I'll have to start trading those, because I reckon the trade is more useful. Okay, so you're going to attack my interceptors with your lasers. And lose. Excellent. Okay, so shipyards are now very likely to win. Kinetic range extension. A switch to slightly smaller projectiles, along with an improved energy delivery system, has led to significant improvements in the speed of each projectile, and thus the effective range of each unit. Excellent. So, engineering. I think at this stage I would like to go up to medium hull sizes. I think that would be very useful. After this, more research, I think. Right now our research is slowing down a bit. Let's see. Also, let's check our points. But 53 in pragmatic, 25 in benevolent. So, that'll be useful. A few more turns for that. But this, 25 points towards it. It's going to take a while, but it is going to be so worth it. In fact, I think all new planets colonized right now are going to have to be benevolent just to get me the boost I need. Speaking of new planets, animals to tame. The terrain on this planet has proved very challenging for our conventional ground vehicles to deal with, and some colonists have begun capturing and taming a hardy local species of marsupial used for hopping around between building and colonies. Just for the record, that sounds awesome. That sounds like great fun. The animals are well suited for the work and don't seem to be suffering, but there have been a few accidents, and animal rights activists across the galaxy are demanding the practice be banned. What are your orders? Well, you know what? This is shockingly primitive and disrespectful of the inherent rights these beasts have, and looks a bit silly, despite sounding really awesome. End the practice at once. Any animals too tame to return to the wild can be kept as pets, and I'm not even going to check the others. That's what we're doing. 10 to approval, but more importantly, plus 10 to benevolence, bring me up to 35 of the 60 I need. So what have we got here? Bonus to population, so there can be my farms. Research and manufacturing. So if we do manufacturing here, make it a minor manufacturing world. But do some really big research, because I've not got a massive research area yet. We'll get some farms down here. And let's see, entertainment center would be useful. So we'll get one in place. Next. We use some soil enhancement there. So we can do a molecular fabricator, so manufacturing and research. Or, no, if I put research here, molecular fabricator here, I can get a bonus to everything. Perfect! Everyone wins. Okay, so that's going quite nicely. Let's see. Are you where I've got the shipyard being built? No. Therefore you are. So let's buy that. I've got so much money coming in I can afford to just buy things, which is wonderful. Okay, nothing useful there, so go check down here for me, please. Wow, you have gone a long way away, haven't you? And are just on your way back. That's good. We've now got a large chunk at the top of the universe spotted. Well, okay. We've seen the far edges of the universe. Okay. Right, we'll get all of you in place apart from Halter 1. Halter 1, Halter 1. Where's Halter 1? There. So actually, you'll be useful over here. There we go. Lots of production. Wow, one a turn. One turn to get these out. Fantastic. Zorvac. Okay, you know what? Let's get... Actually, you know what? Let's start with the creator. And we can work from there. Right, so I think actually I'll probably want to get Zorvac 2 under an area. Where victory likely against the pirates. Base fantastic. Brilliant! We lost a ship, which is a shame, but it could have been worse. Oh! We have heard from legends that your race was lost after your service to the precursors. We're glad to see those lessons were wrong. Greetings, Arkady Malara. Oh, be wary who you trade with. You don't like who we're trading with, well, tough. They're giving me money. I like money, it's useful. Makes the universe go round, I'm afraid. Okay, so that world is now safe. Go deal with the pirates up here. Ah, more updates. Okay, after this, I think research. We're definitely going to need research yet next, as we are starting to fall behind a bit on that. Zorvac 2 is now colonized. Alien cultural trash. The planet was once the home of an alien civilization which disappeared 1,000 years earlier. Although none of their technology is due to you, many of their entertainment products remain intact and of great interest to the colonists. Unfortunately, almost all of these shows and programs are incredibly childish and puerile, featuring an unfortunate amount of jokes about orifices, and the colony's workplace is now filled with practical jokes that sap productivity. What are your orders? Leave them be. They're adults who can make their own decision, and at least it boosts morale, which is useful, but it does have a minor impact on manufacturing, but in all honesty, this is a poor world, it's not going to be that great anyway. If it's popular here, it might be popular elsewhere. Let's at least try distributing this trash on the open market. So we still get a 30% approval. We lose manufacturing, but we do gain economy as well, so this is just a straight upgrade. Or, there can be nothing which interferes with productivity. Ban the trash from our screens. Then ban all screens entirely. Ban laughter for a short time to teach everyone a lesson. That's harsh. It gives extra manufacturing, but does give a big hit to approval. Now, I think, to be honest, this is going to be a poor world no matter what I do. But I'm going to go for the benevolent points because I could use the benevolence. Let's see, we have wealth here. Wow, this is a nothing world, isn't it? This really is a nothing world. Okay, let's get some wealth in place. Let's put production over here. Let's try and make this a wealth world as best we can. It's going to be used for fairly little else. But if we put another wealth here, and a port of call, that might just do the trick for us. So let's see. Let's go back to the world I wanted to make. Yeah. Let's rush by that. Next turn we'll rush by this. So we can just get this world ready. Okay, you're in position. Oh, the scout! A mysterious single-occupant craft has appeared in orbit around our homeworld. Our ships quickly surround the intruder, who explains that she's a scout from a peaceful but secretive race from the far side of the galaxy. In exchange for her release and the provisions of supplies to repair her sensor device, she offers you samples of the advanced sensor technology her people have. So, we'd have gladly helped her for no reward, but certainly won't turn one down. Making friends with a species talented in the arts of scouting seems like the kind of thing that would be beneficial. Ask if she's willing to share any information about the state of the galaxy. That gives us a nice big boost to benevolence, which will probably finish our latest benevolence tech actually, and give us plus 10 sensor power for all ships, which is really useful. Or, her ship has a lot more than that on it certainly, but to expose her entire race to the galaxy if she doesn't share something a bit richer. A sensor device perhaps. They'll give us a 25% sensor power for all ships, which is just flat out better. And 20 pragmatic. I'm not sure I think I've said this before, but I'm not sure I like these. One option is significantly better than the other. Or, we're not going to take the word of a spy capable of penetrating our defences. Confiscate the entire ship. Even if she sabotages her system, the salvage alone will be valuable. And a thorough interrogation will surely teach us more. And then just gains the scout ship. Not that useful, I don't think. I could be wrong, it could be a fantastic scout ship. But at this stage, I'd like the sensor power and the pragmatic. Getting better sensors is always a good thing. And we've got the ideology point for that. That would have tipped us over for benevolence, which is a shame. But we have the pragmatic. So we can have the extra diplomacy bonus. All planets receive 3 free defending ships though. That can wait a bit. Wait till I've got better ships to do that with. We'll get amiable. Our cautious but reasonable approach when speaking with our neighbours has established a reputation that will benefit us in all our diplomatic dealings, which is fantastic. Okay, well, you can become a nice little military starbase just to get our reputation out there, and of course to defend our friend over there, because we don't want any harm coming to you, do we? We want you to be safe and secure. Okay, excellent. Not got enough money yet to start doing any technological trading, so that's just going to have to wait a bit. Let's see how things are going. Oh wow, these guys are closer than I thought they would be. That's pretty worrying in a way. Okay, how's the rest of this going? Oh, we're doing pretty well actually. Now where was it? Oh, here's the one I wanted to get the Rush by the Soil upgrade. So in this slot I'm going to be putting the Molecular Fabricator. Give us a nice bonus to the farms, to manufacturing, which would be brilliant. And then here we'll put Research. This is going to be quite a good world, and we're going to be maximising the use of our Molecular Fabricator, which is also really good. Your planets are so tempting to us, our shock troops can be sadistic, but in time I suspect you'll come to appreciate them. You may have made a mistake there attacking us, especially as you don't know where we are. Okay, we don't know where you are, but, you know, that just means we can't attack each other. Zero gravity construction. Most of our initial attempts at building structures in microgravity environments were clumsy variations of ground-based techniques, not far removed from banging rocks together. Now we have the expertise to design and implement true zero-gravity construction practices, opening the door to a whole new scale of vessels. Fantastic. Now, the optimization I think can wait at this point, as I really do want better research centers. Precursor archives could be useful, but I only get one of these per player, so that's going to wait. I'm going to do research center first, because that's going to benefit everywhere. Okay. Excellent. Now let's see. You know what? just go and explore on yourself now. I don't think we're going to get any more planets, as they seem to be taken by... Actually, no, check up here. Seems to be clear, as most of them are now taken by other civilizations. Iconians, right, so we could get the tornado beam ship. However, this is more like it. A thunder. 32 kinetic damage. They've got logistics of 5, so I can only get 2 of these in the fleet. But that'll do. We'll get 2 thunders in the fleet. We've also now got the lightnings, which isn't too bad. A fair amount of firepower. In fact, potentially more than the thunders. However, no, not the thunders. Yes, the thunders. Actually, they've definitely got more firepower than the thunders, but the thunders are pretty quick to make. I mean, they only have 8 damage, but that's going to update, I think, the next thing I do. The lightnings, they're pretty good, actually. Tornadoes, they're about as good as the thunders. The balance ships, I can't use those yet anyway. Okay, what about those? They're not too bad. Okay, Zorvac shipyard's idle. You know what? Let's get you building thunders as well. 2 per fleet. That'll do for now. Where's the idle ship? Ah, Structor. Get you where you can do some good. Improve Zorak. Another economy ring. Boost to production. Boost to money. And happiness. May as well do Star Labs. May not do much, but obviously all the defences. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. So things are coming along there. Alright. Oh, and we've got our first capital ship. Fantastic. Actually, better go to the shipyard here. Nope, that's got all the sponsors anyway, so that's okay. Where's the first capital? There we go. The Thunder. 32 damage. Okay. How comes the first Thunder is so much more powerful? That's weird. Possibly a glitch which will be dealt with by a save. Oh well, that's still a lot of firepower. And a lot of our constructors are going out. I'm loving that they automates them. And actually seems to do cheaper constructors. They get out quicker. That's actually really nice the way they've done this. However, I have just seen the time and I'm afraid I am now all out of time for today. I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It's been nice and productive, sort of really pushing our range again and getting a lot of better ships out. And I do hope you'll join me on the next episode, where we're going to continue pushing agriculture, see if we can get a few more worlds to colonize, and possibly start having to do some culture flipping. May have to search down here to try and find some more worlds, because around here I'm sure it's not been colonized much. But we'll find that out next episode. So again, I do hope you'll join me for that one. But until then, farewell.